Hey everybody, it's Jody. I've got another sound comparison for you today. I took my little ka-zct-s soprano, and I replaced the Aquila Nylguts strings with these D'Addario titanium strings. So let's take a listen, and then I'll come back and talk a little bit more about these strings. You may notice during the sound comparison that this fretboard is going to change in colors, because when I took off the Aquila strings, I went ahead and I dyed this, or stained this fretboard a darker color. That was more to my liking. So if you'd like to see how I did that, I will post a link to that video at the end of this video. And you can see the difference in the fretboard as we're going back and forth on the sound comparison. So without any further ado, let's have a listen. have it. There's the sound comparison. Please put in the comments your thoughts and opinions on the two sounds, and I will give you mine. This one was kind of difficult. I listened to it twice with my headphones on, and they're very similar, I think, in sound, because at one point I would be thinking, oh, the Aquilas are a little bit brighter, but then a couple more sound samples down, I'd say, well, maybe the titaniums are a little bit brighter. And then I would think, oh, this one sounds a little crisper, and then I'd be like, no, the other ones do. They sound very similar, in my opinion, so it's kind of, when they're that close, it's kind of hard, at least for my ear, to decipher which one's brighter, which one's warmer. So I would like to hear your opinion. I do think the titanium strings are louder. And in fact, in the sound sample, I wasn't really digging in. Since then, I've been trying I've been seeing what they're capable of, and you can really dig into them. So I'm going to tell you what I had learned about these strings in my own little research. First of all, there's a YouTube channel called the Southern Ukulele Store, and I really like their channel. I recommend it. They have a store in the UK, but they also do a little channel, and they have two really good videos on strings. And the one, what I wrote down after watching that video, what they said about purple titanium strings is that they're thicker than nylon and fluorocarbon, and that it's a high tension string, good for the strummer. And then they said it's a good way to mellow a bright instrument. I would agree definitely with the first two, and I think that is a really big difference for me, more so than the sound, is the feel of them. These are definitely a high tension string, which is good for the drummer, and you can get really percussive sounds from it, and like I said, really kind of dig into them. However, you can feel it. I feel like you have to work a little bit harder when playing it, and I have a little bit of reservations for that because there's a good chance this instrument is going to go to one of my students. I have a student who plays a soprano, like a very basic cheapo soprano, and she's getting really good, so I'm kind of encouraging her to upgrade, but and I'm going to offer this for her mom to purchase. However, if she does, she's 10 years old, and if she does end up getting this one, I'm going to change the strings, because I feel like you just have to work a little bit harder for these. And I think for a student, I want it to be as easy as possible. So there's that. But I mean, if you're used to playing uke, it's not going to be a problem. But it's going to definitely be a personal preference, whether you like the feel of these. They definitely feel thicker and high tension. And then on the back of the package, it says that they are crafted from a dense monofilament material that has an attractive translucent purple hue, which is true, and a polished glass-like feel. And it says this unique contemporary material offers a slightly brighter tone. So it was interesting. On the package, it says it offers a brighter tone. From ukulele store, Southern Ukulele Store, they say it's a great way to mellow a bright instrument. So conflicting things there. But it says a slightly brighter tone with increased projection, resulting in more volume, clarity, and dynamics. Now, I would definitely agree with the volume also. I think these are louder than the Aquila strings, so therefore more dynamics, because you could play it loud, quieter, and louder, a bigger range. And then the clarity, it was just hard for me. Like I said, I was going back and forth on which one I thought was clearer. So these are not necessarily fluorocarbon, but I think it's interesting. I kind of think of these as kind of a cross between like the Nylgut and the fluorocarbon, but closer to Nylgut. So they're an interesting string, and they're definitely going to just come down to personal opinion. Some people will really like them, and some won't. And I think they're pretty nice, especially for a soprano. You can get that soprano bark and have a lot of fun with them. But it does have a different feel, and you got to decide if you like it. So, yeah, I do kind of like how, like, they're almost, like, clear. But then when you get real close, you can see sort of the purple tint to them. But there we have it. So tell me your thoughts. This one was not so cut and dry. And as promised, I'm going to put a link right here for how I stained this fretboard. And you can tell me your thoughts on that too if you like the new look or you preferred the original pale walnut. Let me know. So have a great day, guys. Don't forget to play your uke today, and I'll see you real soon. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.